Hey guys, Bobby Canada, how are you? Listen, I'm going to go over what I call the first exposure to the business lit. And the reason I'm doing it just on this, by the way, I just typed this up quick. There might be some typos, but I just wanted to give you an overview. Maybe you can look at it and it'll sink in a little bit. But at the same time, I didn't want to show you the graphs. That's the next video or two down, or whatever it may be. Because I think what happens when you look at the graphs, you start trying to understand it all. So I'm going to try it this way, see if it lands a little bit. If not, I can always go back to just the graph and leave it at that. But I thought I would throw this at you first, more or less talk to you. But I didn't want to put the words down so I follow along. And at the same time, maybe you follow along. So what is lit? It's given us the ability, guys, for the average person, I'll tell you why, because of the entry fee, one time out of pocket, to accumulate Bitcoin. Now, you know, cryptocurrency is very popular. A lot of people want to get involved in it. Bitcoin's the granddaddy of cryptocurrency. You know the story. It was at 10 cents and went up to $60,000. I think it's around 30,000. I don't know where it is now. But the point is, it gives you and everyone a chance to participate in accumulation, and anybody can afford what I'm going to show you right now. So if you want to get a piece of the cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, call it the phenomena, there's only two options, guys, and that I see. You can buy it, right? Spend your money on it, hope that it doesn't go down, but it actually accumulates, or you can participate in an accumulation program like we have with Lit, and you accumulate Bitcoin. Now, there's going to be one time out of pocket for as little as $100, and then from there you can accumulate Bitcoin and Bitcoin and Bitcoin, and then you'll still take the hopefully the ride up as it gets better. So in our program, guys, okay, you can get started for as little as 0.0002 Bitcoin. Now, at the time of doing this video in the beginning of March, that's under $100 out of pocket one time. So, you know, when I go over these things with people, I have a couple different plays on this website besides Lit. You know, I try to get to people's thought process of, you know, we don't have a crystal ball. You don't know if you're going to find the right people, whatever it may be, but risk versus what? Reward. If the reward is here and the risk is way down here, doggone it, give it a shot, have some fun, okay? So one-time purchase, and for that, guys, you know, the product that Lit's giving you is going to be an e-learning platform. They have thousands of content, self-help. You know, it has to be a virtual product because we're giving, you know, almost all the money back to the field. So you know, the company can't have a hard product, if you will, like a vitamin or something that costs too much. Okay. We want to put all the money back to you guys. So it came out with a nice virtual product. All right. So besides that, by coming in with this one-time purchase and getting that virtual product, what's really exciting is you get to participate in the compensation plan. Okay. Now, below this video, as I mentioned, there's a couple more videos on this website that can drill down deeper to this. But I'm telling you guys, if you just listen to what I'm saying and you weigh out risk versus rewards, you won't even need the other videos to make your decision. You might want to learn and understand it better. But trust me, to decide if you want to be part of this for $100, this should do it enough for what I'm talking to you. So here's how it works, guys. First of all, you do need what's called a crypto wallet. And that takes, you know, most people don't either have a wallet or they can set one up in an hour or so. There's people you know that know how to do one. And that's because we're dealing in Bitcoin. You pay the company in Bitcoin, the company pays you back in Bitcoin. Of course, you know, you can always convert whatever's in your company Bitcoin wallet into cash and send that to your bank account, just so you know that, okay? So as I mentioned, let's go down number 2. It's a one-time enrollment of 0.002, which is $100, and you can go a little higher. We allow you to go to 0.006. That gives you a couple of plays, which I'll explain, and that's a $300 one-time out of pocket. But you could start 0.002 or 0.006, okay? Now, once you have your position in our referral matrix, you're going to see the grid in a little bit, but I just want you to understand this. This is very difficult program the company did, because programming. all the advancements, all the movements that are just, I think, are amazing. It's all done automatically by the company. As people come into the business and enroll, it just works them through the system, if you will. You don't have to track anything. You don't have to push any buttons to advance everything. There's 5 different pay stages, which I'm going to talk about in a second. It's all done by the company. You just have to send people to your website, let them watch a few videos. They say, I want to make some money. Boom. They come on board, and that's going to help you progress through this process. Okay. All right. Company handles the rest. The goal is to earn Bitcoin over and over by completing what we call a pay cycle. So every time you complete a pay cycle, you're going to get paid Bitcoin in your company wallet. Okay. Let's go down number 5. So I'm giving you the gist of it without graphs and diagrams. You complete a pay cycle and earn Bitcoin by completing a simple process that requires about 10 team sales or team referrals. Okay, what's the key word here? Team. You're part of a minimum 3 and maximum 6-person team to fill these 10 positions. And that the team actually grows from 3 to 6 to fill in these 10 positions. Okay. You'll understand that when you see the grid, but that's all you got to think. I'm working with a team of 3 to 6 people to make 10 sales. Whether I make a sale or my team makes the 10 sales, I'm going to still get paid. Now, there is a requirement to bring in 2 sales, but after that, you can keep running through this. I'm not going to say off the backs of other people. You should be bringing people to the table, but that's how we built this, is that, look, this is powerful. When you see the money, you say, why wouldn't I take a shot at this? Okay. You don't know who's going to be on your team building this out for you. Okay. Now, once you earn Bitcoin from completing that cycle. Here's what happens. The computer automatically places you on a new team cycle and 10 more sales, and you earn again. You understand? So that's why it's called a cycle. You go through a process, you earn, you start again with another team, start again. Every time you do 10 sales as a team, you get Bitcoin. Okay. Now, this is where it gets powerful. In addition to repeating that process on what we call your first stage, okay, and you'll see the amounts of money in a minute, the first time you cycle, okay, we're going to also give you a position or put you in a position on this, let's call it stage 2. You complete stage 1, you go back to stage 1. Remember, you can keep completing that cycle, but now we put you on what we call stage 2. Okay, when you go through that process again, you're going to earn again. In addition, repeating the first time you cycle, we give you a position on the next stage. So it's a 5-stage cycle. So the first time you go through, I'm down to number 8. First time you go through stage 2, we give you a position on stage 3. And we put you back in stage 2. So now you got a position on 1, 2, and now 3. You understand? You're working this process. You started with 0.002 Bitcoin for under $50, I think it is. No, excuse me, about $80, under 100, I should say, on one stage. And now you're working through, as you cycle once, you go to the next. Cycle once, go to the next. Okay, but you maintain those positions on the lower stages, of the highest stage, I should say, and you're going to keep earning. So what happens is, guys, through this all automated, I got to keep stressing that. You don't have to click buttons and upgrade and do all that stuff. We do it for you. What's going to happen, you're going to have a separate position on all 5 stages, earning pretty serious Bitcoin every time you cycle on each stage, okay, using that 10-person team approach, okay? Now, you can track all your stages in your back office and see exactly where you are. It's really a very smooth back office. And what I want to do, I want to show you the earnings every time you complete a pay cycle. Now, when I show this to you, I want you to understand something. The first time you cycle, remember we put you on the next stage? Well, we're going to, part of that earning money is what pays for your next stage. So the first time through, you get less of a commission, but then every time thereafter, you get full commission. Okay, so it's a pretty simple 5-stage graph, and you'll understand it when you see it, but look how powerful this is, guys. Remember, stage 1, you can enter for 0.002, which is under $100. So what happens when you complete that first cycle? You're going to get 0.001 Bitcoin, which is about $50. Remember, this is as of 3/1. This could fluctuate, but right now, in the beginning of March, these are your sales numbers. Every time you cycle on stage 1 again and again and again with that 10-person team, that 3 to 6 person team filling in 10 positions, now you're going to get $250 or 0.005 Bitcoin. And what does that mean, guys? If you do the math, think about it. This takes about, I say average because it can fluctuate from 8 to 11 people. So we're going to use the number, takes 10 sales. 10 sales, if you make $250, whether you place that person on your team or somebody else does on your team, how much are you earning per person? $25 every time someone lands on your team. Look at stage 2. You get 0.002 the first time. That's about equivalent to $100. But the ongoing, remember, the second time, third time through, the fourth time through, 0.010 Bitcoin. That's about $500 now. What does that mean? Per person, $50 a head. Okay, 0.003. The first time through, you earn 0.004 Bitcoin, $200 the first time. Every time after that, 0.020. That's about $1,000 over and over and over again, $100 a person. And look at stage 4 and 5. Now, obviously, people are coming at the lowest stages, so you'll be going through that process more. But remember, as they cycle, they go to the next. That's going to push you through, okay? So what happens is eventually you'll be filling in on stage 4. And look at that. First time through, 0.008. Next time through, 0.040. That's a $2,000 equivalent right now in US dollars. That's $200 a person. Whether you brought that person in or someone else on your team did, boom, you're making $200, okay? And the last thing, guys, this is stage 5. This is the fun stage, okay? 0.08, that's $4. Now remember, it's $4,000 and ongoing $4,000. That's $400 a person. But why is it the same this time? Because we don't have a stage 6. So when you complete stage 5, the first time you get the full payout because there's no money needed to advance you. Does that make sense? So guys, look at the payouts. And remember, you're going to have a paid position, and they're all going to be cycling different times based on how it's filling in. But you're going to have a position as you walk through this process on every stage eventually. Think about that. So as one stage you're earning every cycle $250, the other one's $5, the other one's $1,000, $2,000, $4,000. Okay, not all at the same time, different. As one cycle, as you complete one pay cycle, Bitcoin goes in your wallet, you go back to that stage, you just 2 weeks later or a day later, you complete a pay cycle on stage 3, you make 0.20 Bitcoin. Again, the numbers is based on the dollar value today, but this is the actual Bitcoin you're getting. That could go higher, could go lower, okay? Now, that's it, guys, okay? Now, I just want to mention one thing. To maintain a position, earn a position over and over, very large potential. Okay, that's right. You receive the full, just want to make sure you understand something. You don't get paid till you complete a pay cycle. I'm showing you the per person amount so it sinks in a little bit how powerful this is. But when one person joins the team, you don't get paid, in this case, $25. It waits till it cycles through all 10 people, and then you would make that $250 in your wallet, okay? I want to make sure you understand it. So here's the closing logic, guys. And again, you don't want to watch the other videos to understand it, but here's my thought process, all right? All this potential Bitcoin accumulation for a one-time purchase of 0.002, which remember is under $100 right now. What do you have to think about? Seriously, I mean, I'm not, people, if you came to the site, hopefully it'll giddy up with saying, I want to make money. Now there's about 4 plays on this site. If you watch my opening video, I talk about why wouldn't you, as you bring people to the table, say, let's do all 4, or let's do 2 out of 4. If this is one time out of pocket, imagine if all the mentality was, yeah, $100, boom, I'm in. $100, boom, I'm in. This thing would work like clockwork, okay? This all, guys, it's mathematics. There's nobody pulling strings and, well, I don't know about the, look, trust me, the company's making a few dollars on every sale. This is just mathematics. If people just did the process, this money would get paid out. It's that simple. Okay, guys? Okay, so watch if you desire. Watch the other videos below. Don't make this into a $20,000 decision. You know why? Because it's not. It's a $100 decision. All right? And just remember, one-time purchase, and then start sharing it. That's why we built this site. Let them watch this video. We're not convincing anybody. I just think to get in the Bitcoin accumulation, and guys, that's a lot of accumulation right here. For $100 to get started, if that's what, now you can get started at the higher levels if you want, but of course because that would place you on multiple stages and you'd earn quicker, but that's your call. You know, I'm for the little guy. I just want everyone to get in and start making some money and get a side gig working for you, okay? That's it, guys. Watch the other videos if you choose to, and let's rock and roll. Hopefully that didn't take too long.